Yeah, welcome back to the channel. I bought this Husqvarna here to buy and flip. Didn't pay much for it. The engine is locks up on it, so I'm gonna make a few videos on why it locks up separately, but I'm gonna cover it in this flip video. Anyway, let's take a look what's wrong with it. If you try to turn it with the key, it just turns over and locks up, so it's something wrong with the valves, or the decompression bump is gone in the camshaft. So let's tear it down and take a look at it. Yeah, she's bent the rod here. If you look really close here, you know why. That guide backed out right there. I'll take the spring out. So the valve should stay closed. You press that in and take your cap off. And see this guide right here? That's supposed to be flush with the motor. So you have to tap that back in. I forgot to press the record button here. I used a prick punch and tapped a few marks on the guide there and went all the way around like that. Then I used a deep socket here, and then I just pounded that in there. And put it back in. Press it in. Put the clip back in. Boom. Boom. Alright, take my bungee cord out. Before you put your push rod in here, take a look here at my camera. The lifter inside is gone. I'll take this off here. 15mm. Put it back in halfway. Use the pry bar underneath here. There you go. Pop off the flywheel there pretty easy. And watch out for the key, don't lose it. So I'm going to take it all these bolts out here. Okay, I'm going to stick this to the side right here. And the lifter is gone out of there, look, right there. Oh, there it is. So we need a new lifter. I got my part came in today. So the exhaust dot's right here. Just gotta match the dot right there. Put the lifter away from the cam. And oh, snaps. Make sure this plastic gear is slightly underneath this steel gear. If it's not, you can rotate the pulley back and forth here till it snaps in. Anything, double check. Matches up, matches up. Perfect. The washer. All right, I'm gonna torque these to 200 inch-pounds. Also clean inside here, really good. Check my magnets, had to re-glue one. I'm gonna line up the keyway here. Perfect. Put this throttle plate back the original position there. I see the marks where the bolt goes there, so I'm gonna line them up. Tighten this up here. Alright, I'll put the push rod in here. This magnet just past the coil right here, should be top dead center. I can see the piston inside there. It's supposed to be 7 thou, and I can't even put it in there. Ugh. This one's 5 thou, and I set that one already. Just want to snug it up here till it drags. Tighten this up. That's a little slight drag. So I put a little bit of high temperature silicone gasket here. So I'm going to stick this in here. Put the cover on the motor here. Cover. The owner kind of hit a few trees right here. Smashed her in pretty good. Yeah, smashed her down here too. Bent the muffler in, the muffler pipe, stripped the bolt. That's what melted the cover on the motor. See if I can make this a little better. It's dented right here. This popped out. I took the bulbs out. got a hit right here, so I want to raise that up about that far. So I'll put a piece of wood underneath here. Put a piece of cardboard right here. And a block of wood here. It's a little bit raised here. Alright, I'm going to buff it out here with the heavy duty compound. Now I'm going to use a soft pad and polish. We'll ceramic coating here. Down there. So as you can see, there's two broken bolts here and a broken bolt there on the spindle, and of course this is loose and make your belt fall off. We'll remove this clip here. I'll remove this clip back here, the washer, and one up here. Do the same on the other side. Two tabs down and pull on it. And then right off. Yeah, that's noisy. Now I'm going in. I put the spindle back in here. I already put two bolts in there already. Now, I will remove these bolts because they're probably going to break off, because see these ones, I already snapped them off, but I fixed them. But so to rebuild these, you don't have to take these off your mower deck. So put the nut back like halfway in, put your socket back on top here, one here. It usually takes a little more force than that, but that comes in pretty good. Raise the mower deck and remove that. Do it again. I'm going to hold it this time. So make sure this shaft is nice and clean. This one is. You can use sandpaper to clean it. So I'm going to put a new bearing in here. Underneath here. Nice and quiet. So these blades are shot. Look at this one here. That's in bad shape. This mower deck I redid underneath there. Get a good coat of paint and get rid of the rust. Looks really good. Make sure. Put a little grease on my bolt. No one ever sees. So that's 70 foot-pounds of torque right there. I'm going to replace the other one. First thing you should do should be on the level ground and put 14 psi pressure in the front tires and put 8 to 10 pounds in the back. Set up so. I'm going to put it at 3 and I'm going to set up the mower deck. It cuts the grass at 2.5 inches. So this mower deck's sitting low in the back, so I'm going to raise it up. So actually we want the front of the mower deck to cut the grass. So I'm going to raise it up right here, 19 mil socket. So I'm going to raise it up as high as I can. So these mower blades sit a 1/2 inch from the bottom of right here. So I measured them already. So I adjusted just above 2 inches because this block is 2 inches. So I removed the clip in the washer here because I'm going to remove this because this bolt is pretty hard to turn with the socket. So that is just perfect right there. It slides in too, right there, perfect. Okay. Check the front. Yeah, the front's way too high, so I'm gonna lower the front down. So, put my block there, so I'm gonna lower that till it hits that block. Just touching there. Double check here. Just slides in there. Pretty good there. So I'm gonna verify it there. I got this measurement tool here. I'm gonna put this underneath the blade here in the back. Right there. It's just 2.5 inches. I'll measure the front. 2.5 inches. It's perfectly level. I measured this side. It's perfectly level too. It's all set up at 2.5 inches. Now if I set it at 3, I know it'll cut the grass at 2.5 inches. I want one more thing, I want the front end of the deck to cut the grass at the back. So I'm gonna lower the front end down a little bit. So I'm gonna lower the front end down 3/4 of a turn. So there's half a turn. There's there. So now the front will cut the grass, not the back end of the mower. That's just as far as I'm gonna go with it. I might touch up a few rough spots here, right here, and a couple right here. And so this is the middle of winter here in Canada here, so I'll put this up for sale in a couple months, and hopefully I can get $1,000 out of it, or 1,200. But anyway, if you like this video, press thumbs up below, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.